Hey, welcome to 8% Club, man. We got a special dude, a special freaking guest today.
What's going on?
Mr. Charlie Cina. Expose and Close. He's been in our office for the last 3 days.
Yep.
Helping us with our message to market, our branding, throwing a big event, talking about some of the $1 million moves and secrets that he's going to be delivering in Nissan Stadium with the likes of Grant Cardone and Ray Lewis. Charlie, because today's all about why is sales training so stinking valuable. Isn't it true, Charlie, that you, for the last 7 years, you've been working specifically with companies and coaching companies using virtual training platforms?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, so for the past 7 years, I've been representing a company by Lightspeed VT, and I've had the pleasure of not only working with a lot of direct sales companies, as well as sales trainers, speakers, and authors taking their content online and scalably training the masses. So whether you're a small business, whether you're a large company, Fortune 500, 100 company, I've had the privilege to work with a lot of companies and help them take their content virtually on demand 24/7 to ultimately train their people, scale their business, and drive more revenue.
Dude, who doesn't want to do that, right? Who doesn't want to drive more revenue, man? I love hearing that. I love it better when he says it. What is it about? What is it about sales training that is lacking in a majority of industries where sales and driving revenue is the purpose? What is it about? Why is that part of the world not with Lightspeed VT? It's helping it evolve.
No question.
But it seems like there's just not enough of it.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, everything is practice, everything is role play, and everything's repetition. And we have a lot of subject matter experts at Lightspeed, one of which is a gentleman by the name of Tim Grover. Tim Grover actually trained a lot of the basketball greats, helped them get their rings, and I think, don't quote me, Tim's got like 6 or 7 NBA champion rings. But
Michael Jordan.
Yep.
Kobe Bryant.
Yep.
Dwayne Wade.
Oh, you know him.
Come on,
huh?
man. Dude,
yeah, so at the end of the day, in speaking with Tim personally and hearing him speak, he said to me, Charlie, it's basics.
Yeah.
They all go in every day and practice the basics. And again, it's great for me to come in here for 2 days and work with your team and kind of get them to do the whole mind shift and see that light bulb go on. But now, helping you create a virtual training platform that's going to help you scale your team long term, where they can go in from a laptop, a desktop, or a mobile device, is huge. Yeah. And I know that even with what you're doing right now with your 8% Nation conference, like when people buy a Premier ticket and or they buy a VIP ticket, you are actually giving them a whole training sequence. So they're going to be at the event.
Yes. Right?
There's going to be a lot of speakers like Grant Cardone, like Tim Story, like Coach Burt, that are all Lightspeed VT clients, by the way. But at the end of the day, those people are going to be able to plug in after the fact. But what you're including in your ticket is your training specific to the insurance industry, right? How to prospect in your industry, how to work the phone. I mean, one of the courses you're giving away is a $1,000 course when they buy a Premier ticket or a VIP ticket, right?
33 training videos, insurance sales course, appointment setting training videos. We've also got a digital marketing guide to help those agents that are like, dude, I want to be great at digitally producing leads and marketing. That comes with it. Mastering Insurance Telesales package. All of these are $1,000 a piece typically that we sell on our website every day. The Premier ticket is a $19,000 total value with everything included. We're just giving them a ticket just because we want them to be there.
Right. So you want to get the people in the seats, and really what you're doing, and I give you kudos, man, is you're bringing a whole community together of final expense, P&C guys, commercial guys, Medicare, people that are in the financial side of the business.
True.
So,
FAs,
point I'm trying to impress upon everybody, what he's doing is very unique because, and I'm making my point, he's getting you to his event, exposing you to a lot of these speakers and trainers that are outstanding. And in addition to, he's actually giving you a follow-up course that when you leave, you and your team can plug into online. And I believe if you give the Premier ticket, you're actually putting people in a very select private coaching group where you're going to privately coach them after the event.
True.
I mean, dude, who does that?
True. VIP, access to VIP lounge, access to the VIP party on Friday night where good-looking dudes like Charlie Cina are going to be hanging out, walking around, networking. And I mean, the nuggets you're going to pick up, the people you're going to meet is incredible. Access backstage to Premier to get some pictures with some speakers and stuff. I mean, who does that at events? Like I sat front.
No, that's huge,
sat front
man.
row at the GrowthCon. I couldn't do that. I wouldn't allow backstage.
Well, that's the other thing, right? I mean, I went to Grant's first event, 2,200 people. Went to the second event, 9,100 people, 10x. Now it's going to be in a stadium. Well, guess what? You're bringing in Grant, and
Right.
I know the type of commitment that you made to bring in Grant.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be, a conference of 1,000 plus people. I mean, still relatively small in the grand scheme of things, right? It's
Yep.
first one, but
a little intimate, fun event.
yeah, but people are going to have access to hear Grant speak up close and personal, potentially even rub elbows, shake hands, get him to ask them
Seriously.
questions. So, just with that alone, Tim Story is going to be there. I've known Tim for 6 years, brought him in. He's on the Lightspeed platform. He's become a personal friend. Tim and I have traveled to different events together. He's going to be there.
He's unreal.
He's awesome, man. And to be there and to be able to shake hands. So, I've been in this circle, for lack of a term, or this arena for 7 years. I've gotten to shake hands, get to know, befriend, acquire as clients a lot of the top speakers and trainers. I can't even count in 7 years how many conferences or events that I've been to. But I want to impress upon everyone, if you're in the insurance business, in any way, shape, or form, like this whole conference that I've been fortunate enough to be involved with is going to cover every single aspect of your business, right? The whole mantra of the conference is
Learn the mindset, the mission, and the moves to produce millions of dollars and be in the 8%.
yeah, so again, you got Ray Lewis coming in there focusing on your mindset, right? Coach Bert is going to teach you mindset and teach you the moves to make. Tim Story is going to give you the motivation and inspiration to get up in the morning when you don't feel like getting up in the morning or you don't feel like picking up the phone to make the next move.
True.
Grant speaks for himself. The guy's been around the block. He's a money machine. He knows how to generate revenue.
Crazy.
I've watched him since the time I've known Grant, where he had 6 people in his office, and now I think he's got over 100 people that are marketing on the phone, traveling. He's got affiliates, so they know how to do it.
Completely.
It's boots on the ground know how to do it. So I'm very excited for the event. If you're in the insurance arena, I don't care what you're selling, P&C, final expense, commercial, you need to be at that event. And again, if you bought the ticket and only took the online training, I mean, it's insane the value that you're giving people.
Really, that's what the neat thing that I always think about, like when I went to 10X and I go to events, I go to conferences. What I want to get out of a conference is, am I going to meet some people that can positively impact my
Sure.
business and drive more revenue? The other thing is, am I going to learn tangible nuggets that I can bring home, implement into my business and my brand, and scale up and do more, make more money? Most people don't realize it. My wife will kill me. Dude, we've 4 to 5x our income since the last event we went to,
Sure,
because of the people we met
no question.
and the things that and the specific strategies that we learned and heard, and a lot of the same stuff is coming to this event, which is why we wanted to put this together.
Yeah, and sometimes when you go to events and you're exposed to the new ideas and to the mindset and ultimately the mission, and you go back to the office, it's about implementation. So, personally for me, when I get up there and speak, I believe that sales and marketing and promotion is properly presenting what you have to offer. And the first thing that you're going to present is certainly you. You are your brand. So I want to teach your audience how to present themselves in a way where they become unforgettable at the first point of contact. How do they position themselves in their space where they become the only logical choice. And then how do you profit by taking all the different products or services, right, or networks or affiliate relationships that you have, and how do we repackage and really leverage those relationships to drive revenue? So there's going to be an incredible lineup. I know that, from being in your business, your team here is absolutely incredible.
They're pretty awesome.
It's Danny, right? Danny's the man behind the scenes? Dylan. Oh, see that? I forgot his name. Danny Dylan. Listen, I appreciate him nonetheless. Come on and say hi to everybody now. Come on, don't be bashful. See, this is the guy. This is one of the guys behind the scenes that makes it happen. I've been looking here, and we're here.
The best video editor on the planet, dude. I'll put him up against any video editor that you have in any company. Grant's editors, doesn't matter. This dude is ridiculous.
Listen, Dylan, Danny, D, at the end of the day, the guy knows what he's doing.
He does.
Other than I don't know which camera that I should be looking at.
This is true.
But yeah, I'm excited about the event. I think it's going to be awesome. And here's one thing I want to give you kudos for. This guy's 28 years old. You started in the business when you were 19.
True.
Right? You were in college?
College, playing basketball.
8 months. How much did you make?
8 months, $117,361.13.
So whether you're 19, 20, 21, 22, 32, 42, 52, there's a lot of guys out there that I personally know in the industry that never hit 117 grand. He's going to tell you what he did and show you the way on how to do it. Needless to say, his operation here is incredible, beautiful studio. And in addition to all of that, how many companies do you have?
4. Yeah, we have 4 different companies. Yeah.
So I know you got Secure Agent Mentor.
Secure Agent Mentor, the Star Insurance Agency, Secure Telesales, and most recently, as of June, young dude has a crazy idea, 8% Nation Insurance Wealth Conference.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, kudos to you.
I'm excited about it, buddy.
He's getting it done. He's got a lot to bring to the industry, and really is doing this conference to build community, which I think is huge. And there's going to be a lot of players, new people in the business, and really 20, 30 year, 40 year veterans that are coming to share their knowledge.
If you get a chance, I got to spend about 48 hours, almost about 46 hours with you now. And I'm telling you what, this dude, you get a chance to meet this dude. I'm talking to you right there. At 8% Nation, you get a chance to just spend a little time with them. Find this dude, shake his hand, and ask him a question. I know I shouldn't say all 1,000 people should do that. This dude's got a heart that's so big, he would make time for everybody. But I'm telling you what, if you can get inside this dude's brain, I mean, it's unreal. He's not 300 years old. But, dude, it feels like it with all the wealth of knowledge and experience. I mean, I'm telling you what, this dude knows his stuff. You get a chance to listen to him talk about exposing and closing. He's got our sales team closing stuff we've never closed before. He's amazing, and he's going to be at this event, man. I mean, he's just one of the top talents that's going to be there, too.
Yeah, it's going to be very exciting.
It's going to be incredible.
And I had the pleasure, by the way, to meet your wonderful wife.
Thank you, buddy.
She's as pretty on the inside as the outside, very smart, and really, I think you'd be lost without her, man. She's an ace.
She does it all. She just brought us Starbucks. I mean, she got us lunch. I mean, she's talking to vendors today to collect payment. In the accounting department. I mean, she does it all. Amazing. Really,
if anyone's out there and they're coming, definitely bring your wife.
For sure.
Without question.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, anybody that buys a ticket, you should do something for the wives and encourage them to be their wives, because they need to hear her story. Because what I'm finding in this industry is there's a lot of people within the insurance industry with their family businesses. The wife's there supporting the husband. She's running the back end. She's really the glue to the operation.
Right.
And there's a lot of father and sons in the business. So, I mean, I don't know what offer you could make. I hope I'm not talking out of school, but I think...
You mentioned Charlie, you mentioned the show. We'll give you half off of the spouse ticket.
Yeah, I think that's unbelievable if you do that, because I'm realizing, and being in this operation, a lot of family businesses, a lot of generational wealth being created, and it's the husband, the wife, sometimes the son or daughter in the business. And I think if you're looking to build community, that's an incredible offer. That was very nice of you.
Thanks, buddy. Well, you met my parents?
Yeah.
Well, Mom and Dad work together. It's kind of similar situation. Mom does a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. My dad's is the one meeting with clients, and so it's neat. You know, I've always grew up in that atmosphere. My wife is in it now, and I know there's a lot of agencies out there where the wife is helping the husband. You know, like you talked about all the return on investments that your wife brings to you.
Yep.
What an awesome, nice woman. I haven't got a chance to meet
Well,
her yet,
listen,
just
so
to
there's
see
no
her, but
misunderstandings because
Yeah.
this is live.
This is true,
I'm the head of the household,
no doubt.
but she's the neck, if you know what I mean.
I like that. I've never seen that. I like that.
Oh, yeah,
That's
man.
good,
That's
man.
a fact.
That is awesome.
Happy wife, happy life.
This is true. If you're sitting out thinking, dude, I don't know, man. I got to travel. I got to drive. I was able to make specific decisions in my life that I can go back to that moment and say, that was an experience. That was a moment that really elevated me, changed my life. You talk about getting educated so that you can elevate and then dominate. And
Ooh.
once I started to educate myself, get to these events, get to trainings, be a part of virtual trainings, start to train our team, role play. You talk about repetition.
Yep.
I think that's one of the biggest things that companies miss is that daily role playing aspect.
No question. You have to train your people every day. You know, you have to go to live events. You have to shake hands. You have to, interact and meet people. Establish new friendships, and then you have to go back and implement. And then we all get lost, we all drift, we all get busy, and you get off the daily patterns that made you successful or had you on a road for success. So the whole virtual training concept, being able to log in, being able to take a course from your phone, your tablet, or you're going to walk into a meeting. You know, I know you guys do a lot of in-home meetings, right? Where you're knocking a door, you're going in, you're doing a 30, 45-minute presentation.
Correct.
I mean, imagine if you're just grabbing your cell phone, right? You're logging into a VT platform, and boom, you're being trained on that particular area to which you need help before you walk in. All the knowledge is top of mind. All that repetition that you had prior, you've watched it 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, and now you're locking and loading and closing deals.
As an agent in the field, you know what I always wish existed back then is I would leave a home and someone would say, "Hey, dude, I'm 19. I don't know how to handle this stuff." They're like, "Hey, dude, I want to think about it." You know, where do I go now? You know, and so being able to do stuff like that is incredible. Just because then you can literally go and watch the answer. That's why virtual training, daily training. You talk about getting up at 5 a.m.
Yep.
and training for an hour every single day.
I do.
And I'm not talking about training to run a marathon. I'm talking about training your mind, your heart, and all the knowledge to be able to continue to be better. An hour every day at 5 a.m. I mean, dude, there's no doubt why you're so successful, man.
Yeah, I do. I get up at 5. I train for an hour, hour and a half. You know, I'm either reading, watching, writing, or doing something to practice my craft. You know, I don't want to be on the struggle bus, bro.
This is true.
I want to get off the struggle bus. So if you're on the struggle bus right now and you're going, Cody, I don't have $247 for a general admission ticket, or Cody, I don't have $547 for a VIP ticket, let alone $1,047 for a premium ticket.
True.
Well, then that means you're on the struggle bus.
Yeah.
And Cody is inviting you to the conference to give you the mindset, the mission, and the moves to potentially make millions of dollars and get off the struggle bus.
Forever. Wouldn't that be nice if we were putting something together at an NFL stadium with some greats from our industry to talk about getting people off the struggle bus?
Well, and here's the other thing too. Like 8% Nation, the 8% Club. Like, I didn't know this when I met you, but you said 92% of people that get into the insurance business, whatever capacity, life, P&C, whatever it is, fail.
True.
Right? Which is why you're doing the conference and why you named it the 8% Nation Insurance Wealth Conference, right?
100%.
So 8% actually make the majority of the money and sustain, and it's a 1.2 plus trillion dollar industry.
It's crazy to think about. It really is. It's nuts. It's mind blowing the amount of insurance agents that fail. And every keynote that's given at this 8% Nation Wealth Conference will directly be targeted at making sure that you're a part of the 8% and that you're not a 92%er felon.
And here's the real key. There's going to be a guy speaking there that maybe a lot of you don't know who he is, or you've heard of him, or you've never heard of him, excuse me, but you're going to know who he is after he speaks, and that's a guy by the name of Vince Spampanato.
True.
Right? I mean, I know Vince. Vince is a client, and Vince started essentially with nothing.
True.
And I know he had 200 agents. I just know he opened up a second or third office in Dallas, and now he's got, a couple, 200, 300, 400 agents now, right? And he's going to be sharing what he's done and how he got from one agent to hundreds of agents and multiple offices selling nationwide. And the guy is an absolute ace. And here's the thing: it's not hot air. He's done it
Completely.
and he's going to give you the how-to of how to hit the ground, make the moves, and make the money.
100%. Charlie Cina, 8% Club every Friday at 2. Hey, but before we get off the show, before you head back to Vegas, dude, we're going to miss you, brother. But I want you to do one thing for me. If there's an agent out there that's on the struggle bus, they're struggling. They are currently so close to being a part of the 92% that fail. If you could speak to them right there in that camera for 1 second and give them a little motivation, a little helpful life, business advice, what would you say to that person sitting there right now?
Well, I can't give them motivation. And let me tell you why. Because I have learned in my 52 years of life and experience that you can't motivate people. People have to be inspired. So if you're not inspired by a 28-year-old guy that's literally laying it all out there to bring the insurance community together in Nashville, Tennessee, right? I don't know what's going to inspire you. If you're not inspired by a 28-year-old guy that's laying it all out there to bring you to Nashville, Tennessee, and bringing in a guy like Grant Cardone, that's a commitment. That's a serious financial commitment just to get Grant booked or find Grant has an opening to come in and speak, number one, let alone the financial commitment. Tim Story, Coach Burt, Vince Spampanato, Ray Lewis, Hall of Famer. Like, if that doesn't inspire you to make a move, I don't know what will. The other thing is if you can't afford the $247 to come to the event, then you need to find the $247 to come to the event, get off the struggle bus, and learn the mindset, mission, and moves where the people at that event will teach you how to take your business to the next level.
Dude, I love it, man. He's inspiring me, and he'll be at the 8% Nation Insurance Wealth Conference. Charlie, thank you for being on the show,
Thank you, brother. It's been a pleasure.
We will see you in Nashville, and we will see you in Nashville as well. Have an awesome weekend. Thanks for being a part of 8% Club every Friday at 2. We'll see you on Monday.